Late in the summer, Corazon wheat has turned golden yellow and is ready for harvest. As the combine moves slowly around the bend, this first day of harvest is a celebration of months of planning, hard work, faith, and the realization that this year's crop will be a good crop. Long before the Corazon ripens and is ready for harvest, the wheat is nurtured and watered and grows to a beautiful field of green tassels with stalks almost 4 feet tall, showing this important trait and the purity of this ancient variety of wheat that yields 15 to 25 kernels from each plant from seeds planted months before in the spring. A field of healthy Corazon wheat is a beautiful sight to see. A few weeks before harvest, we visited this field of Corazon, and look what we saw. Hey everyone, this is Greg with Corazon Mills. This morning, I am standing in a field of Corazon wheat. Take a look at this field. It's beautiful. It's 190 acres of Corazon wheat grown regeneratively here in Idaho. And you might say, hey Greg, this looks like a field of kamut. And that's not quite right. Kamut is an organic brand of Corazon wheat. This is a field of regeneratively grown Corazon wheat where the farmer pays a lot of attention to soil health by using cover crops and crop rotation and compost. So some really environmentally nice ways of growing Corazon. This is a beautiful field of Corazon wheat. And look how tall these stalks are. This is up to my chest. This is actually indicative of ancient grains where the stalks are a lot taller than modern wheat. Very, very nice. This is beautiful Corazon. Now it's late summer and the Corazon is ready for harvest. Tall and ripe, turned golden yellow, the wheat has hardened and has matured. As the combine slowly churns through the field of Corazon wheat, the stalks are cut and the wheat berries are separated into the combine's tank, while the stalks and chaff are blown out the back, later to be baled as straw. Once the combine's bin is filled, the wheat berries are emptied into a separate trailer for transport to the granary. No harvest is error-free, and sometimes machinery breaks down and parts need to be replaced, which means the farmer heads back to the shop, puts on his mechanic's hat, and takes a break from harvesting to fix and update broken machinery. Although expected but never welcome, repairs during harvest can mean valuable time lost in the field, sometimes adding longer and extra days to the harvest. Harvest is always a race against time, where other fields, other crops, and the hope for good weather all compete for the same number of harvest days. After the repairs are made, we're back in the field, and if you're lucky, you may get a front row seat inside the combine harvesting this yellow gold, mild-flavored Corazon wheat, watching as the wheat is fed into the rotating wheel of the combine and pulled through the header where the wheat berries are separated, and then loaded into the tank, slowly filling the tank as more rounds are made in the field. A lot of thought and effort go into growing this Corazon, and Nathan and Jamie Ashcraft, the farmers who grow this type of ancient wheat, plan months ahead as to how they will prepare their fields and soils for planting and growing Corazon wheat. For the past few years, the Ashcraft family has chosen to grow their crops regeneratively. This is a field of regeneratively grown Corazon wheat. We work with farmers that are either organic or regenerative, meaning that a regenerative farmer uses cover crops, crop rotation, compost in some cases to help regenerate soils naturally to help strengthen those soils so the next year those soils are ready. In this field in particular, they also grew peas, which help support the stalks for the Corazon and also put nitrogen back into the soil at the same time. So really clean, really effective, environmentally friendly ways to grow crops. The result of a good, healthy Corazon harvest are plump, amber-colored grains of Corazon wheat that have a mild, buttery flavor, typical of Corazon with high protein, low moisture, and great flavor, which means this Corazon wheat also has some amazing baking qualities. If you have never used Corazon wheat before, get some soon from Corazon Mills and look forward to enjoying an ancient, healthy variety of wheat that is lower in gluten, high in protein, and easier to digest. Because of its ancient pure strain and the clean way this regenerative Corazon is grown, free of pesticides, glyphosate, and harmful chemicals, Corazon and other ancient varieties of wheat can be a game changer for people who have mild or more serious issues with gluten. Corazon is easier to digest because it has a high level of resistant starch, allowing Corazon wheat to digest more slowly. And in addition to Corazon having lower, more easily digested gluten, this wheat also makes amazing flavored cereals, breads, and quick breads, and everyone's favorite, sourdough breads. Great tasting breads and cereals come from clean, healthy grains like Corazon wheat. Try Corazon today and change the way you bake.